Yo, what's up, man? Welcome to Knowledge from Relationships. This your boy M3 and the Sophisticated Jerk.
How's Shit, everybody I'm all doing? On mute. What's good, man?
Nothing much, man. Hey, just another day, man, you know?
You back off of what, vacation or something?
Well, a little bit, but oops, hold on for a second. A little bit. Like I'm still on vacation, like from work.
Oh, okay.
Got like one more week, but you know, I'm just enjoying the best I can, you know.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
So what you got for us today, man? What's the topic?
Yeah, so the topic today, man, is basically should men start following the dating etiquette, man, in modern day society. So shout out to Mr. Best for sending like the videos out there. So we're gonna just like, you know, take a dive at it in a minute.
Okay.
Yeah. But before I you know, put a video up, you know, what's your thoughts, man, Jerk? Just about like, you know, bringing back like, I guess, dating etiquette to pretty much like impress women.
You talk about as far as what, like chivalry type stuff, or
yeah, basically like making chivalry great again, or just bringing it back.
Man, I think what's good, Lola. I don't have a problem with chivalry, but I think things got to go back to being balanced. Because I think a lot of times when people are pitching like chivalry or courting, they literally think it's just the guy kissing somebody's ass. But it's supposed to be like two people have a genuine interest of getting to know each other and possibly taking it to that next phase. So it's like, man, you're both coming to you know, get to know each other with a level of respect. So, you know, it's one of those things like if a guy open the door to the car, like the female should reach across and try to open it too. So it, you know, it should be reciprocal to a certain degree. So I think that's where you got to make sure shit's balanced when you talk about it, because a lot of times like how you were kind of even putting it, it's like, do we need to bring back, you know, etiquette as far as like to, you know, kind of chase women? It's like, nah, it's a process. Like, hey man, let's get to know each other. We both have this level of respect, you know, get to know each other. So I think you got to phrase it like that. And so if you're putting it like that and you're looking for something intentional, yeah, I do think both sides need to kind of come with that etiquette.
Man, okay. Man, shout out to the homie Trail the Trainer. I actually sent them the live as well. Thank him for the content. Me and him actually, you know, he sends me, you know, back reactions and stuff like that when I respond to his videos and stuff. So salute to him for the content. Thank you for always giving, you know, tips to, you know, people, and definitely, you know, to younger men or just men in general. Salute to everybody in the comments and the chat. Who we got? We got my man 100 Watts. What's going on? 757 bro. Got my man, you know, Jamal Smalls. Quantum, I see you. What's going on? Lady C and Being. You know what I mean? Lola, what's going on? Ruthless Truth. What's going on, man? You know what I mean?
What's up, homie?
You know
Hey,
what I
Lola.
mean? She get mad at me sometimes, but it's all good. As long as you chill, we good. So with that being said, I think you do have to have a certain etiquette. You know what I mean? If you're moving around, and it also depends on the type of woman that you are trying. Well, whatever woman you're trying to seek, there's an etiquette to it. But understand that not all women are fit in the same class. You know what I mean? It's like anything else. It's like if you have a vehicle, not all vehicles are the same class. Certain vehicles are high class vehicles. Some vehicles are just regular. You know what I mean? You got your sedans, your SUVs, your mini SUVs. So, you know what I mean? Your sports cars, your foreigns. So, but they're not all in the same class, right? So you got to approach it all differently. You know what I mean? You're not gonna put the same gas you put in a Honda Civic that you're gonna put in a diesel truck. You know what I'm saying? Or a Lamborghini or something. It's gonna be a whole different type of thing. Maintenance gonna be different. Bills gonna be different. Everything gonna be different. You know what I mean? So, and I think it's the same thing with women. You know what I mean? Some women are high class women. You got to treat them a certain way. You got to approach them a certain way. You got to take them certain spaces and places. You can't take them anywhere. Some are more casual. They're more chill. They may like a certain way. You know what I mean, of doing things, and they may be more relaxed. And then some don't care. Some are just there for the moment. You know what I mean? And some, unfortunately, are just whores. I mean, this is what it is. You know what I mean? It's just, hey, y'all know, you knew where it was going. Y'all knew it was going down that
I
lane.
was waiting for. I was like, do I gotta be the one to kind of say it? But shout out to
I was sure got
84
it
for.
already.
What's your take on the M3? What you think, man?
Look, man, as a strong advocate of equality, right? I treat every woman like a vehicle, man. I treat everyone like the same.
Damn.
Whether it be from like a Honda Civic, right, that has 200 like thousand miles to it, or like a Mercedes Benz that have low mileage, I'll give them all unleaded. You know what I mean? So that's the same thing, man. How I feel like when it comes to just the thought of being chivalrous, right? Look, man. Yeah, I understand as far as like doing like certain kind acts or certain gestures to show some type of decorum, but at the same time, are you even worth, you know, the decorum for it, you know? And I feel like you can't just do that with anyone. So the way how I look at it, if a woman is like look at me to open the door for her, I'm looking at her like whether you're pretty or not. And look, and even the metaphor I'm using, look, don't try this like, you know, if you're not me because it's not gonna last, right? but but for me, I'm just like, hey man, like, you know, God gave you two hands, he gave you a arm and a hand to open up your own door. Matter of fact, you should open the door for me since you're right near to the door. That's how I put it. But I'm all about equality, y'all. So
So you said you giving the high mileage 304 the same treatment as like a chick that got kind of some class. Like you see her, you're like, okay, that's a classy woman. She got the whole classy demeanor and all that. You said they both getting categorized in the same. They getting the same treatment from the jump, huh?
exactly, man. Unless like otherwise.
He bull crapping right now. Ain't no way. And he know he bull crapping right now.
That's
That's why I'm
wild.
on him right now. He is bullshitting because there's no way, and he know this. Ain't no way you can treat both of them the same. But they have to earn that treatment too, right? So
Yeah,
if you
fact.
see somebody high class, right? There's one time, and this was a few years ago. I was in a doctor's appointment. I came out and I looked and I seen this woman, and she wasn't the most glamorous woman. It wasn't like no Holly Berry looking chick or nothing like that. But yo, she was a lady. Like you could tell from the way she walked, her demeanor, her character, all that. You could just read her and say, that's a lady right there. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And that's a rarity. You don't see that all the time. All right, it's like seeing a McLaren driving, baby. I know I keep using cars, but whatever. You see that Spider McLaren, you're like, oh wow. You know what I mean? So a lamb truck, you're like, dang. So like, yeah, like I seen, I was like, that's a lady. She different. She not like the other one. You know what I mean? So if a man approaches her, you gotta approach her in a certain way. You know what I mean? But also in that, like I said, in that, she gotta earn that approach. So if I see that, if I read your vibe and your conversation right and everything, of course I'm gonna give you a better treatment than somebody that's just there for the moment. Because if you're there for the moment, you already know what it is. I ain't gotta really say much. You know what we here for. You know what's going down.
Yeah.
All right, you're not ready for that. That's not what's going down. All right, I'm out. It's very simple. You know what I mean? If she's just a friend, friends are friends. It ain't nothing major on that. But
Yeah.
if it's somebody that you're serious about, that you're actually courting, oh, it's a process. It's a whole different process because you know that they're worth that. They have to be worth it. It's not for everybody. So
Okay. No, but that's facts though. So let's go ahead, man. We're gonna play the video, man. I mean, we're in 11 minutes in, and after we play the video, we could like start letting folks up in there and give their takes into it. Again, shout out to Lola. Like, we do have a lady in the chat, so
I see Ruthless was agreeing with you.
hey man, Rufus know, man. He knows, man. It's all about equality though. Especially up in the YouTube streets. But but really, I'm always gonna say this though, right? Like, it does depend like on the type of woman who you're interacting with. If we're talking about like dating wise, like, as far as like, okay, you're on a date with a person, you should kind of see like certain things right off the bat. I mean, look, it doesn't hurt like to like open the door, y'all, and all that. I know Ruthless Truth don't open the door for us, for people or whatever, and that's fine, right? But for the kids who do look up to me or whatever, I guess, it doesn't hurt to open up the door and do some type of chivalrous acts, unless proven otherwise. Now, if she proves to you that hey, she's not worth or worthy, or don't even say thank you, keep that in mind and just remember that on your next time. Hopefully it won't be a next time with you and that other person on the date. Otherwise, you won't mess yourselves up anyway and get bitter. But
it's that old school trick too, bro.
you said it's an old school thing?
What's going on, Chocolate? We see you, girl. What's going on, girl?
No, Earth.
Let me salute to my sister Chocolate. But
Yeah.
but yeah, it's also the old school trick. Like, I don't know if you ever seen the OG know what I'm talking about. As soon as I say this, you're gonna know what I'm talking about. The movie The Bronx Tale. Remember, he opened the door for her, and then his father's like, "Yo, the test is you open the door for her and let her in if she open the door for you. That's the test." And she passed the test. He opened the door for her. She got in the car. She leaned over, opened the door for him. You know what I mean? So it's little things, man. It's the little things, but those little things count because you see if you with somebody that's selfish or somebody who who understand like it's a give and take. You know what I mean? So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, Bronx Tale is a classic.
Sorry, she loved that movie
right there, for real. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see what this gentleman like on off of Instagram has to say. Use. Oh shoot! Hold on. Start over.
Should be doing these 5 things when he goes out on a date. Number 1, you want to dress appropriately. You want to match the setting. If you're doing fine dining, you want to make sure that you got on some nice trousers, a nice button up or button down, and maybe some classic leather shoes. If you're doing like a museum or something more casual, some jeans, maybe a nice plain tee or sweater works, and some clean sneakers. How the clothes fit is way more important than the name brand. Tailored clothes, it just looks more professional and mature. You don't want them too tight or you don't want them too loose. Iron your clothes, you add a nice watch and some bracelets to elevate your look. Remember to keep it simple. You want to look like you made effort without trying too hard. Number 2, arrive early, whether you're picking her up or if you're meeting her there 5 to 10 minutes early. You want to consider traffic, parking, or any detours. It just shows her that you value time and you're a considerate person. That is a quality that never gets old. It's not about trying to impress her. It's about being prepared and thoughtful. 5 to 10 minutes early is ideal. 20, 30 minutes and then texting her, I'm here, it gives desperate. Number 3, please put your phone away. Putting your phone away is a powerful sign of maturity and presence. Giving someone your undivided attention says you matter more than anything else to me right now. Because continuously checking your phone, it just suggests that you're bored or not interested. Number 4, lead.
Well, I'm gonna pause real quick, right? Because I like what he said about the phone thing, dude. I think it's so powerful, right? When you go on a date and you could just actually have the self-respect to actually put your phone away. And it also shows a little bit of discipline because I'm not gonna lie, a lot of times like I be observing like folks or whatever that go on these dates and they're just texting away. Or they'll have a little bit of conversation here and there too, and then they'll eat their food, they'll take their break, they'll take a couple selfies or food pics, and then they're on their phone for like at least like 10 minutes straight. I think that's definitely more respectful when you're not putting your phone like, or use your phone during your date.
Hey, that putting that phone away is a power move, baby. Let me tell you something. You put that phone away and you start looking at her directly in her eye. Oh, and it's a nice restaurant too, and you paying for everything. Oh, it's over. She starts smiling and giggling and all that. You know what I mean? Oh, it's a wrap. You can do. Hey, it's going down.
Yeah.
It's going down, baby. Touchdown. You made it. You made it. You know what I mean? M3 know exactly what he's talking about. You put that phone away, you stare in them eyes, you show them that, hey, yo, it's me and you time. Let's get it. Oh, it's over. Because she already there, so she already interested. She's there. Now when you showing her that you giving her your attention and your time and that you focused on her, oh, it's a wrap. It's a wrap because a lot of them, you gotta understand, a lot of people, not just women, but a lot of people are just not used to that. They're not used to people giving them undivided attention. They're just not. You know what I mean? Everybody's on the screen, everybody's working, everybody busy, or they with their kids or whatever. So now a person giving me the undivided attention, oh yeah, it's a dub after that, for real.
I give a little pushback on the phone thing. A chick gonna have to pay me to put my phone away. Hey, the block stay chirping. Now I'm playing. Streets gotta eat, man. Like, hey, like, baby girl, you go pay me for this? No, I'm playing. Nah, y'all spot on. I do think, man, you gotta be attentive and be in the present, because yeah, it is tacky sometimes when people do be on that phone and stuff. So yeah, unless you just got business that's just like nonstop, but you should let the person know, like, hey, man, I have some texts I got to respond to, but I'll try to stay off the phone. You should let them know, because some people are making some money, so it might be hard in some situations, but you have that discussion up front, like, hey, man, I probably shouldn't even be going out tonight, but if we do, I might have to respond to a couple texts because I got some business stuff. But for the most part, put it away.
No, and that's facts. And and one thing that Mr. Best also like mentioned too, which I peeped at, the power of eye contact. I'm telling you, man, like the power of eye contact. Not only just putting your phone away is powerful, but when you're able to look at your date in between the eyes, even if she has like those moments where she's like nagging, if you just look at her straight in the eye, with a smile or like a little smirk, I'll tell you, even in the midst of her like just nagging or being frustrated, dude, that frown is going to turn upside down to a smile. And then she's like, damn, you fine as hell.
That's only if you got game though. Because there's some awkward ass dudes that's gonna be staring at a chick's face, dead in the eyes and shit. So.
Facts.
Well, I guess
some guys might be weirdos. So yeah, you gotta, if you're good with the dialogue, the conversation's flowing right, then yeah, that eye contact. But if there's some awkward pauses and stuff, yeah, don't stare in the eyes. You might need to grab that phone.
Oh, you definitely know ain't no action happening then. You know that for sure.
This is where me and M3 part ways. If I'm paying
explain yourself.
If I'm paying for the motherfucking dinner, I pull my phone out when I want to, how I want to, and if I want to look at you, I might not. I might want to look at my motherfucking steak. You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck, right? Because I'm that dude. Dude, she's getting a free meal. That's what she's excited about, right? So I'm just saying, right? And it sounds all nice, but this is where men, pretty much lose. We try to adapt to please someone who's benefiting from us, right? When a woman goes out with us, they become beneficiaries. So the beneficiary usually is the one who has to acquiesce to the one who's giving the benefits, right? So if I don't pull my phone out, oh, okay, it's all right. I'm gonna pay for this whatever we finna do. So she can have patience. If not, she get her ass up and leave, and I eat. You know what I'm saying? I eat this. Yeah, that's one less bill I have to pay. My thing is, if we're gonna do this thing by the numbers, right? What's more impressive to me, right? If you can get a woman to pay on the first date, that would make me excited. I might not look at my phone. You know what I'm saying? I might look at her. You know what I'm saying? I might look at her eyes, like y'all. You know what I mean? Look in the eyes, baby. You know what I'm saying? I might give her that good. You know what I'm saying? But as long as I'm paying, which is okay, etiquette, following the etiquette, right? Which is the main thing. It's my rules, my ball, my rules. I don't have to acquiesce to her. She needs to, be thankful and appreciate that she's going to get a free meal and some D. So it's all, to her benefit. Now, I'm a fanatic right here. And the only reason I say this, to say this, because at the end of the day, when women get ready to leave your ass, you know what she assesses? What does she have to lose? Not very few women invest a lot of money in dates, and very few women invest in catering to a man, right? It's mainly the man catering to them. So when she's ready to leave, she's like, damn, what I came with, I'm going to leave with. So, why would you, be worried about you getting on your phone and this woman who you're dating or you're courting right now is not even guaranteed to be there in the end. So she needs to be understanding that when you get on your phone, you know what I'm saying? I might
if you don't land this motherfucker.
Right. Hey. She's in my presence. She's in my presence.
That time is right there. We will throw the time up on you for real.
I'm good right there.
All right, so this is where me and Ruthless Truth disconnect. Because I don't understand why a wallet dictates niggas' actions. Like, your actions are determined by whether you pay or not. That is wild as fuck to me. That does not make any sense to me. So for you to say, well, if she gonna pay for it, then I'll pay attention to it. I put my phone up, she pay for it. That's wild as fuck.
I might.
I don't agree with that. That sounds crazy as hell. If I am going to pay attention to her, it's because I'm going to pay attention to her, not because of whether I'm paying or she's paying.
It was a joke.
It has nothing to do. Hey, big dog, you just flew from China to New York, cuz. Please. All right, your plane is already landed. Let me do my thing, and then you can hop on whatever red eye flight you want to hop on. Hold on, Ruthless. Let me do my thing, and then you can do whatever you're gonna do. The problem that a lot of people are having is you're trying to lead your way with a personality you really don't have in you. You're trying to be an asshole and act like you want to lead with money, but you're a fucking sweetheart. Just be a fucking sweetheart.
Oh shit!
Oh, he calling you out.
He one of them lovey-dovey dudes and stuff.
I'm not even calling Ruthless out. I'm just saying there are too many dudes that are attempting to lead with their money or thinking because they can pay for shit that's gonna get them into a different position. Like, no, nigga, you a sweetheart, cuz you not a sugar daddy. You a lover boy. Be a lover boy. Enjoy it. Like, be who you are. Like, be that. And I bet you that shit'll work better. I bet if you a lover boy and you be that, that'll work better for you than you being in your phone or not being in your phone. I guarantee you that.
Ruthless on that light skin shit. That's what I'm talking about.
and Ruthless, before you even try to rebuttal, we got Chocolate Earth and we got Miss O'Shawn, aka Lola. Let me get to Chocolate Earth real quick, and then I'm gonna get to Lola, and then we can kind of circle back.
Oh, it'll never come back to me.
Chocolate Earth, what's up?
If we come back to you, y'all.
What's up, Miss? First, I want to say, hold on, pause. Hello, gentlemen and ladies.
Hey,
Hello.
For having me up. I hope everybody is having a great Tuesday. I am. So, I don't even know. I'll be real. So is the. I've asked men out on dates, so I'm trying to understand from y'all's perspective. Like, I don't care about that. I really don't like discussing money with someone I'm trying to date out. It's like saying if a woman, the way men leave with money in dating, and I'm talking about strictly dating, is the way a woman might leave when she's trying to get married. Right? That desperate, it comes out in different ways toward men, toward women, but it's the same race. They feel that, oh, I need to get married. So do you want to have kids? Like, I want to have 8 of your babies. Like, I know women like this. You know what I'm saying? But I also know men who are like, I'm in love with you after the first day. Personally. More than one time.
Chocolate, let me ask you a question, because you said you asked men on dates. So typically females don't do that. So what made you ask those guys that you asked out on a date? How they like stand out to you?
Okay. 1, they was fine, and 2, I just wanted to know about them. That's it.
Okay.
That's it.
So it was like attraction.
That's it, baby. I saw you first. I see you before. Like one dude, though, I heard him before I saw him. I was like, oh, okay. That voice is nice. And then he came around the corner. I was like, if that you today, won't he do it? Oh, my bad. Okay. So that's it. That's my answer.
Okay. Thank you. Miss O'Shawn, Lola, how you doing?
All right. I know it's been a while. Now, before I get into the answer here or any conversation, I got a bone to pick with Jerk and M3. I got a bone to pick, and I know y'all know what I'm talking about.
I can't recall anything that I did wrong. I blame society at this point.
I know that's right. It wasn't me, baby. I didn't do
Oh my God! I got a bone to pick with y'all because I remember, if memory serves me correctly, somehow y'all was on a panel with somebody, and I think what was it, Bruiser panel? One of them, and y'all was talking, and M3, you was begging me not to go full throttle in the chat, but I remember I was being tricked. What panel was that? Oh my God, I can't remember. But what I want to say is this. Oh, it was the one where the Indian dude that was like 5'1.5" was up there. Okay. This is what
you was talking about the dude that looked like the Punjabi Moses?
Yes, him. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now see, and I'm gonna tie it together. Here's the problem.
Mm-hmm.
There's different, y'all talking about there's different types of women. There's different levels of men. And when certain pedigree of men get the hanging around in the wrong circle or letting the wrong people in their circle and basically deliberately lessening their value by even standing next to them, I get agitated. And so when I see y'all trying to belly walk and belly warm some sucker ass nigga that needs the man up, I be getting upset because I know y'all not like that. I know y'all not like that. I know y'all hold men to account the way men's supposed to be held. So when I see y'all trying to be easy on these niggas, okay? This is what angers me. And y'all know I was in that chat trying to behave, but God, Jesus, Muhammad, whoever was trying to hold me back. Now, the reason why I need to say that is because I'm going to make the same point tonight. There's a certain caliber of men that don't belong in certain conversations. When you got a man who say, or the question from another man is, why do we need to have manners? Manners, right? On a date, that's to a certain pedigree of men that can talk about, well, what is manners on a date versus fake shit on a date? What parceling out the differences of shit? That's a certain level of a man. But then when you invite certain other levels of men come in and tell you it don't matter what I do on a date because I got so much money, I mean, we in a whole nother conversation now. We ain't even talking about manners because people in that age range that would come and say shit like that. You see what I'm saying? Was taught better. But because they failures at life, they want to sit and poison the youth talking about it don't matter if you have manners, let alone on a date with somebody and you trying to, while Dirk is talking about making sure he have a life with somebody, because that's what we're really talking about, right? Now we got these temporary niggas talking about what they do on their temporary, whatever the fuck they call it, because it ain't dates, okay? Like, we can't keep mixing pedigrees here. We got to separate the wheat from the tares. You know what I'm saying? We got to do that. And if we don't do that, we just going to be going round and round in these stupid circles where we got people like 100 Watts trying to talk sense into his elders and shit, knowing he don't respect the motherfucker at all. But that's what we're going to have. And I'm going to be here screaming to the top of my lungs, is anybody going to say anything about the pink elephant in the fucking room? But I digress. Y'all go ahead.
Hey, she on your neck, man.
Lola, but to be fair, I did tell that guy, I was like, hey, man, he don't get his shit together. He going to have to buy some coochie. I did say that.
That is still a $1 billion industry. Then still buying it. So.
Y'all said that to that Asian dude, like he was the most, like y'all said it soft. Y'all ain't say it like y'all said, tell me what the fuck am I doing and shit. No, y'all said that real soft. I was sitting here like, nah, I know they talk harsh. What the fuck is going on here? Like, I was like, wait till I get that ass again. Wait till I see that ass again.
Yeah, you did put it in the chat. I was like, oh shit.
Lola doesn't forget with her selective memory.
But, I know, right? She was like, look, I'm pulling up.
Yeah, but
them three made me do that though, Lola.
But hold on. But in my defense, Lola, right?
Lola, never forget.
Go to hell, Dirk. But in my defense,
never forget how you doing, sis.
Hey, you talking?
Wait, hold on for a second. But Lola, but in my defense though, right? Like this was like, like Bruce's like channel. Not to like kind of like, throw him under the bus as well, but there's certain things like, you gotta come up with the decorum though. Because, I don't want to like disrupt the flow of the show, especially if Bruce is trying to like give us some like help. So of course, like if he had came over here, it would have been like a little bit different, because we believe in that tough love.
True that. I think if Bruce would have came over here and my man's over here in the corner, but they got to talking that real bullshit, I think you would have checked them around quick. But see, Bruce don't know about the Netflix date. I mean, and the hot mic and the other shit that we know from years past, listening to certain motherfuckers on here. Bruce don't know about that, so he's out there honestly having an honest conversation, and I can see he was being triggered, right? And he was, I could see him getting flustered, and I could see the only reason why he was out here looking like that is because he don't know what I know. He don't know what M3 know about that nigga that was talking shit to him, talking about something. Your wife don't add no value to you. A whole grown man telling another whole grown man what his wife don't do. Meanwhile, let me stop. Okay, but this is the problem right here. You see what I'm saying? And see,
it's too late, Lola. It's too late. You're already going down that road. Go ahead. You're already here.
Lola, I'm invested. Come on.
I'm just saying. Here's the thing. A man who can't get a bitch to do shit but eat crab legs with him, and then tell him she might come over when she feel the need to watch Netflix, right? Because she really don't want his dick. She just out here like, he did give me $20. That type of nigga don't need to be in bruiser face talking about your wife who done built shit with you and got children with you that she raising well. Don't add no value to you. This is the problem in the black community specifically, because white men, not whites. White men don't allow lesser men to come in their circles and talk no shit. You got to actually prove that you supposed to be in their circle. Like if you ain't white, you ain't in their circle. That's just the first proof, okay? So no, we got to have some standards too. And one of our standards got to be, if you're in a circle full of married men, single men that ain't even in a relationship, can't come into that conversation, because as women, we learn from y'all. We supposed to, move towards what y'all moving towards. And we can't do that when we see, Jerk over here talking sense and 100 Watts over here asking good questions, but ain't nobody answering his fucking questions, and Jerk trying to be nice, but we know he really want to cut somebody out. So we got to sit through the bullshit. It's like, that's not how it's supposed to be. Y'all supposed to say, nigga, drop his ass right now. That's what y'all supposed to do. But I get it. Y'all was trying to be nice to Punjabi and my elder here and shit. I get it. But see, y'all got to move past that at some point. Okay, that's an excuse at this point. That's an excuse.
You got to feel along with whatever the theme is, though. So, I mean, look, if Bruiser was playing like Dr. Doolittle or whatever and trying to fix him or save him or whatever, hey, I got to let Bruiser do his thing.
Yeah, he's more on he wants to help somebody. Oh, go ahead.
Y'all let that man walk into the fire. That's what y'all did.
Yeah, I was trying to give him that work, but they Bruiser, he's more on he's patient. He's trying to help people.
Only a motherfucker that read books can use a simple word that defines a culture as a derogatory term like Punjabi. How the fuck do you use Punjabi as a derogatory term? Man, this woman is crazy, bro. Look. So look, this one I'm gonna push back on Lola.
Mm.
I don't think I do not believe that there is a circle that exists that men should be excluded from. I think there's a bunch of Pookie and Ray Rays that do need to be in a room full of men that are married. I think there are a bunch of niggas that have a bunch of baby mamas that need to be in a room with niggas that know how to use their dick with discipline. I don't think that there are rooms where men need to be absolved from, because these ain't shit people ain't gonna figure it out being out in the road by themselves. Blind leading the blind gonna just lead them to just keep on doing the dumb shit they did doing. However, where I will agree with you though, is if these goofy niggas do decide to come into a constructive conversation, they need to be adding to the construction of the conversation, not here to demolish it. Now, if you want to ask questions for clarification, or if you want to utilize your personal experience to gain wisdom or whatever the fuck, that's cool. But to just show up and tell everybody on the panel that they wrong and don't know what the fuck they talking about, I agree with you. That shit is counterproductive. But I do not believe that men should ever be like, nah, nigga, you don't know nothing about what we talking about. Get the fuck out of here. That I don't think that's a space that should ever exist, because that's more counterproductive than anything else.
Okay, you pushing back real hard. I got you pushing back real hard. Okay, now let's give you some work. Okay, so now first of all, where you correct that is, yes, know nothings need to get around somebody who knows something. Okay, that's a general rule. Now where you wrong at is when the know nothings is running the conversation. Like they literally running the conversation, and we out here asking God for help to get us through this conversation. Listen, y'all dropping the ball. Y'all ain't even in the game, and they not around you. You around them at this point. So listen here now. Pull back, because that conversation that I witnessed was about the know nothings running the whole game. Okay, they were running that shit. And they were kind of winning too.
So where would the line be on those that know better, know when to shut the fuck up and stop talking to somebody that ain't trying to receive what you're saying?
That's what I'm talking about Bruiser. Bruiser came into that shit not knowing what maybe you know, and Bruiser didn't want to let it go because obviously he trying not to seem mean. See, if that conversation would happen right here, right now, it wouldn't be mean for me to say, yo, nah, you don't got a right to sit and on this panel and talk that shit right now. This is about grown men conversation. So unless you asking them a question about where they at and how you can get there, what you ain't gonna do is sit here and tell us about our marriages and shit. That's not what the fuck you're gonna do. But see, I can see that. That's not being mean. That's being proactive. But in that conversation, nobody was being proactive. Bruiser was kind of getting like bruised up, okay, pun intended, and nobody was really checking dude. Okay, nobody, and I ain't talking about Punjabi either. Nobody was checking that dude.
I can see where it looks like that, but I think like everybody could stand on their own, and then when they start explaining their stuff, I think that's where the truth starts coming out, when people start describing like they so Bruiser started explaining what he was doing and stuff, and I think sometimes we do need some pushback on some of that, and people need to see how that plays out, because you could hear who's probably moving in the right direction and who ain't throughout these conversations. So I kind of agree with 100 a little bit. But you sometimes we probably do need to rein it in and stay on subject. So I do agree with that.
It was so bad, jerk, that I was gonna call Chef and tell her next time that nigga come up there talking that shit, because that's the second time, just pop up on his ass, and I'll be right there behind you. Okay, I'll be right there. I was gonna call his wife and say, "Come on, this motherfucking panel," because I'm tired of him saying that dumb shit. That's the second time he said that.
Yeah, Shaq solid too.
She said, "I'm
Shaq,
gonna call your wife on you."
But Lola, but now I have a question for you, right? Because since you're strongly adamant about how men should chastise other men, right? Well, if you felt so strongly,
no, don't do that. Don't do that. I ain't talking about that. I ain't talking about that.
Hold on.
Don't do that.
Hold on. I'm gonna put you on mute real quick. Hold on. Slow your roll now, right? You could have, the invitation was also open for women to join the panel as well, too.
Shit.
We be shit.
I don't want to hear what you're saying. Stop playing. You kind of
this was like a boys only club.
It's all boys only club. You can. It's all
Oh,
what are you talking about? Y'all the ones that the majority of the live shows and streams that we deal with in this space are ran by men. Are men led, right? Male topic driven, right? Come on,
but it's not for men only to speak. We open the panels because we allow you women to also speak as well too. Because we do believe in equality, and we do believe in all voices should be equal.
I love it,
but no, y'all be wanting it to be men talking to men. If it's gonna be men talking to men, women can't be calling up, interrupting the men talking to men. But we still part of the audience, though.
And when we do only women shows, for a fact, I got them receipts. Y'all can't act right. We let y'all up, you come and destroy the tea party. It's like y'all be tasting it. Don't let us get along too well. The sisterhood. Like we're coming through the internet, like we about to get y'all ass. Because we actually like each other and don't feel intimidated or competing or busting chests next to each other. We all trying to get some information. But y'all are peacocks out.
Are we gonna turn it into a gender war because y'all have a niggas is having fun? Niggas is having fun alarm.
Why do you take it like that? It's like the
chocolate. Why did I take it? Why did I take it somewhere? Why did I take it somewhere? But you were making a statement.
Yes, I was. I wasn't done. If you allow me or ask a question before you jump to conclusion, Matt.
I asked you a question. Ask your question,
sir. I wasn't assuming. Can you change your tone? Can you change your tone, please? I'd like for you to change your tone.
You know what? Cool. I got you. Hey, Chocolate. Quick question for you. Would you agree that what y'all are saying also applies on the other side? Because it seems as though women seem to have a niggas is having fun alarm going off in their head too.
So whenever I thought you was asking me. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, if you have the answer, I will be quiet.
I will wait. Go ahead. Yes,
because it does seem like the same example that y'all gave. There are plenty of panels. If you want receipts, we can go through YouTube, and there are receipts. There are receipts of men having panels and them having a constructive conversation for a woman to be brought up and be able to join the conversation, for her to completely destroy the conversation. So are we saying that this is equal, or are we saying that men are the ones that need to work on it? I'm asking.
No. I'm not making it. I'm not making an agenda issue. My thing is in the conversation with Bruiser. In that conversation, it was about men talking to other men. Even if it was open to everybody, I could see, okay, men need to have this conversation. I don't need to butt in. However, what Chocolate talking about is, for instance, what happens on panels like with Evolution and a couple others, when it's all girls and then they talking about stuff and men want to come and chime in. It's okay, but then it always goes to shit because the men are always up there just kind of like doing that raw shit. And right now, when I'm watching y'all on a panel with other men, just like y'all say we be on the sister code shit, sometimes y'all look like y'all on the brother code shit. Sometimes.
Wait. So all this time, so you was really upset because we was actually embracing love and concern for another brother as
Don't do
opposed
Okay.
to being
Okay, Jesus. All right, Jesus.
Damn, you had
Go
to do
ahead.
it. Nah, go ahead.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Jesus, go ahead. I knew you was gonna come with that, Jesus. Go ahead, Jesus.
Man, I should have bet. Yo, bills paid off. Go ahead.
That
But I
part.
did want to get back to that video clip we was watching because he.
Oh
Go
yeah.
ahead.
let me get to that clip real quick, and then we'll get back to the shenanigans. But hold on.
Well, in the beginning where he was. Do you want to kind of restart it a little bit, or you just want to?
Yeah, we can restart it. Because I don't think Lola and Chocolate Air Force there when we was playing the first video anyway.
Because I mean, hold on real quick, because we was talking about the phone. We was talking about the whole phone thing.
Yeah.
But I like the point he was making with, you should kind of arrive 5 to 10 minutes early. What was you saying? 84?
Best, what you say?
Yeah, I do that as well. I think arriving early is a good idea.
Okay, let me.
Hold on. Are we talking to grown people or teenagers right now?
I don't know.
No,
I'm talking adults right now.
Wait, what's that, Mr. Best?
You ain't got to restart it. You can just keep it going. They already seen it. You can keep going.
Oh, okay.
Okay, for sure. All right, cool. Anyways, we left off with the phone conversation. So if y'all missed it, y'all can catch the replay.
The conversation. Make sure that you're asking questions about her. Lead the conversation, but don't necessarily dominate the conversation. Don't make the conversation about how much money you got, how tough you are, or how toxic your ex was. You want to avoid that. Instead of asking, hey, how's work? Ask her, hey, is there anything new or exciting that you're working on in your life right now? This type of questions opens the door for them to share what they want to share and not having to answer that same boring ass question they get asked every single day. Remember this, ask, listen, relate, respond. And lastly, be chivalrous. Open doors, pull her seat out, stand when she leaves or approaches the table, offer to pay, be kind to staff, have table etiquette. Chivalry isn't about being performative, bro. It's about showing respect, care, good character through small, genuine gestures. A bonus tip, you want to always just thank her for her time. It's a simple but classy way to leave a great impression. Hey, just wanted to say thank you again. I had such an amazing time getting to know you. Simple. Hope this video helps. Peace.
Now, okay, I wish Rufus was there, right? When he would mention part like the bonus tip.
Oh, he's not.
Also, make sure you thank that woman for her time. But hey, it's basic stuff.
Oh no! See, no. Look at that. Look at God. Look at God right there. See, when the light shines into the dog's asshole, it always clears up what the fuck shit is in there. Okay, that's what happened. Okay, this nigga out here talking mad shit to everybody and shit about exactly what this man is not saying. He don't want to be here because what he finna say? What he finna say? This is how you get thoughts and shit. No, that man ain't talking about no thoughts. And they go back to my point was, honey, why this man right here is talking about how to present yourself as the best version of yourself, regardless of who's in front of you, because you want more for yourself than just this date. This nigga was talking to you about how to get stinky thought bitches to go somewhere with you because you bought them chicken wings and shit. It's a whole other world out here with him. So this is what I'm saying. Why y'all hanging out with that person? Why y'all hanging out?
Interesting.
Hey, I mean, if it was
hanging out is a relative term, right? Because we all know we all got a couple cousins that ain't shit. You know what I'm saying? We'll kick it with them at the barbecue, but we ain't really gonna go out and go pick up girls with them. Like, we just hang out is a relative term. Like in terms of places like this is good for me. I can't speak for all men, and I do understand that all men don't operate in the space that I operate at. But this space is always good for me because there are plenty of niggas that don't operate the way that I do. And I enjoy hearing that because I need to balance that off of my thought process. Because there's a lot of shit that I hear some of these older niggas saying that don't make no sense to me. Like, one of the examples is I will never in my life ever lead with my wallet. What I do for a bitch or what I pay for ain't never gonna determine how I act when I didn't mean to say that. I apologize. what I do for a woman is never gonna determine how I act when I interact with her. That my mama gave me home training, so money is never gonna determine how I interact with a woman. Like, I'm gonna put my phone down because I paid for the date. That's stupid as hell. Like that doesn't make any sense to me.
I know that's
Like
right.
that's a non-starter. Like, and then even if you do want to be selfish, putting your phone down and paying attention to her is better for you, because how are you able gonna actually get the answer to the questions that you asking if you're not looking at her body language when she answers the question?
Even if all you want to do is figure that out.
Even if all you want to do is fuck. I mean, see, and that's what I'm saying. Everybody, like you said, I think men have an understanding that there are different levels and classifications of men. There are plenty of men that you will never put me in a box with. There are plenty of men on this planet you will never be able to compare me against, because there are plenty of things that I have never done that does not put me into that classification. And there are plenty of things that other niggas that have never and will never do to be able to slide into a classification that I fit in. So I do understand that there are levels. And I think that a lot of times niggas are misplaced on where they are in that place. A lot of niggas have a problem understanding where they are on those levels. Some niggas think they a level 10 when they actually a level 4. Like, I do think that male ego does come into play sometimes, where you gas yourself up a little bit and think you're supposed to be getting a little bit more juice than what you're supposed to be having. But
I got a serious question to ask you though. Hold on, guys.
Can I say something real quick?
Wait, Bess. It's gonna be a quick one, right? What's this question I gotta ask you, Watts? Are those glasses Ray-Ban? Cause damn, man,
No,
you've been spitting like some intellectual shit as fuck, man. So I'm just saying, those glasses, man, I gotta give me one.
Watch me cooking.
That's all I gotta say.
Appreciate
All
it.
I want Watts to do is come up on a damn panel next time and tell them niggas that shit in real time. I get tired of this.
But Lola, that'd be the thing though. Like, sometimes I just leave that shit. I don't even, like, if I go into a live and it's some bullshit going on, sometimes I just close it. I don't even entertain it. Like, if I'm on a panel and it starts getting a little too much going on, I'll leave. Like, I don't even spend time in those spaces. So I do understand why. Like, I understand what you're saying in terms of trying to get some of these niggas under control, because niggas that move in the space like me, Mr. Best, SJ, MD, like all of it, nigga, we be ready to leave. I really didn't even want to jump up here in the first place. I was being polite. So once y'all start going left, I'm ready to fucking go. So I just be minding my business. I'm not about
I don't even comment in the chat or any of that. I look, and if I even feel like it's off, I'm gone. Time is something that you don't waste.
I get that.
I don't waste time.
I get that, but
hold on. Let me say this one part, then after that y'all can rock. You know what I mean? I don't be long with it. I'll be strong with it. So
don't say long. You long-winded too.
Nah, not that much. With that being said, some women are okay with you having a phone out. You know what I mean? Like, we seen it. We seen plenty of women with celebrity men. He got his phone out the whole time. She not tripping, because no matter what happens, she's not going nowhere. Because she want to be around that guy. It could be an usher. It could be whoever else you want to name. He could be on the phone the whole time, and that chick ain't going nowhere. That's because she just want to be around him. You know what I mean? Because of who he is or who she think he is. So it just is what it is.
She don't want to be around him. She want to be around that money. That's the difference, and y'all need to accept that.
It's 5
Yeah,
o'clock.
He's not thinking about that. Here's the one thing that women gotta understand, and I don't know if all women get it. Some of you do. As long as he's getting what he wants out of the situation, so if he wants your body, he get that body. He don't care if he want the money.
But what if you want their body too? So what about that?
Cool. It's
like,
an equal arrangement.
Like there is a such thing as consent. Like, there's women who go after men just like men go after women for
that's a fact.
Just companionship. Okay,
that's
I just want to say that.
No, that's a fact. But I'm just saying, if there's some men, if he has money, he's out there with his phone. Women ain't gonna trip because they want to be around him for whatever reason, for his money, whatever, his car, whatever. It don't matter. But in his mind, you know what I mean? I know this for a fact with men. As long as I get what I want out of the situation, I don't care what you want. because I just got what I
Well,
want, and then I'm just gonna keep it pushing.
well, that's what Shaq said about Shawnee. He said that's exactly how he felt about her, how he treated her, and you see where that landed him.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Those they never end good though.
Never.
But some men like they like temporary things, and they're okay with losing. Let's just say like losing like a potential long-term or committed relationship because they're not committed themselves. So if that's not your goal to stay in there for the long term, anything that you do that's going to be like a red flag or it's going to be like disrespectful, is only going to like apply to the ones who are trying to build like those long-term relationships. And again, I forgot one of you guys said like he was trying to as long as he got whatever he wants, as long as he get whatever he wants, he's okay with it. If it's
but see, we gotta grow up, M3. M3, we gotta grow up. We gotta grow up. We gotta realize, and we gotta teach our children from childhood that what you want when you are 19 is not going to be what you need or want at 29, 39, and 49. So do not set yourself up prolonging what you want because you got $1. Because at some point that $1 going to slow down, and so is your biology and your erectile function.
But what if
one day it's going to slow down?
It's not what I need though. What if he just tell you that? He's like, okay.
You can't say what you need because at 19 your needs ain't the same. So what you gotta realize at 19 is you gotta see men that's in their late 20s, late 30s, and late 40s and so on. Those men telling you, hey, if you fuck around with bitches at 19 and 20 and they look good and then you ain't really serious and you don't want to settle down, the longer you wait, the worse your pickings is gonna be. And when you hit 35 and you still got money and all the bitches can see is your money, they don't want to see you, and now you getting a little older and stuff and you more set in your ways. Once you hit around that 40 mark, money or no money, you ain't about to find no bitch that wants you for you, and you will die alone. Know that. You will die alone like Scottie Pippen and the rest of them.
Nah.
Here's the thing.
Let me get this one, please.
Alone is different than being lonely, though. If he's alone and he's okay with being alone, that does not.
Who's okay with being alone?
There are some guys that are okay with being 40 or 50 by being alone.
They're not okay with that. They're not okay with that. They're complacent because they're looking at the alternative. No, listen to me. Looking at the alternative of dealing with chaos, being alone, you're okay with. But you are not biologically wired to be okay alone, because if you were, men wouldn't die earlier simply from being single and aged. Okay, like that wouldn't be a case. They would actually thrive and live longer, but we see just the opposite. So I understand what you're saying. That's a reality that men do prefer to be alone, die alone, than die with a dumbass bitch. But at the same time, that's not how biology and nature got it set up. We gotta stop.
I think
some men don't even want that. My bad, Watts. Some men don't even want that. Some men want to be like Mayweather, and they want to have a harem of women. In their 40s and 50s,
some men want that too, and that don't matter.
But that is his choice. Not every woman is looking for a husband either. So it depends on the person.
I'm not saying that, but if we want to, but Mr. Best, if we want to sit and judge the whole game based on a few people that have been through an artificial circumstance that can harden them towards it, we never gonna get nowhere.
No, I understand it, but some people don't desire certain things, and I mean that is what it is. And if they're willing to live with their results, I
don't desire marriage if it's gonna be with somebody like old that dropped off this panel. Okay, without saying his name, I don't desire marriage if it's with somebody like that. So here's the thing: human behavior is adaptive. People adapt to circumstances.
Wait, you said people adapt, right? You said people adapt. That's what you said.
Human behavior is adaptive. 10% of your behavior is instinctual, meaning it's primal. The rest of it is what you learn over time. So it's like at the end of the day, if you learn over time that society now prioritizes dollars over human beings and certain human beings over other ones and stuff like that, you're gonna adapt. Your likability gonna adapt. You will adapt. But the problem is, me and you come from a generation where it's the merger generation. We've seen our mothers as stay-at-home wives. We also seen some of our mothers had to go to work, and we seen how society shifted from a time when families was an actual thing that people wanted to now we got a population crisis going on. So it's like we got to do something different. I'm not about to sit on this panel and say, oh, well, I got X amount of failed relationships, dating ain't shit. That ain't what that is. Even if that is the truth, right? I got young people coming behind me that need hope. I don't need to say that. I need to tell them, hey, look out for this, look out for that, make sure you don't fall here. I don't need to give them no hope just because my circumstance fell through. That ain't what I need to do. Like, I got a responsibility to the next generation. Unlike some people we know that drop off panels.
Couldn't have said it better, sis. You got it.
I just wanted to add that I think the stat about men dying younger doesn't necessarily have to do with being married, other than the fact that married men have their wife to force them to go to the hospital, and single men just refuse to go because men don't go to the doctor. I don't think
however you want to color it up, sir. I bet you in-house pussy is better than pussy, okay? However you want to color it up, living longer when you in relationship.
So what's go ahead. My bad.
The reason I say that to be the case is because when the retirement age of men versus women, I think it's like a 7-year difference. So men have to work 7 years longer than women do. So that within itself already adds to the wear and tear on a person's body. Then the responsibilities of like everybody carries different stresses. Like it's married or single, we're all gonna die at some point. So the whole younger, I don't understand what the fuck that point even means. Like, what kind of talking point is that used? Like, what does that prove? That, like, I don't understand what that proves. And it's used a lot. It's used a lot to make some point that does not make sense to me.
But honey, watch, it's simple. It is simple. When you have someone in your life that cares about your well-being, you tend to be well in your being. Thus, you live longer. However it be, whether it be your wife that's cooking for you, making sure your diet is good, or she making sure that you go to the doctor, or she just a nice person to you, okay, over time. Okay. Like, you live longer when you live better.
So the fix for that, so for men that don't get married, the fix for that, for them to be able to close that gap in terms of being married or not being married, the fix for that would for them to be able to find long-term healthcare or live-in healthcare or something of the sort. If these old niggas can just find a nurse to check up on them, it would be the same as having a wife tell you take your ass to the doctor. So again, I don't understand why that point is made. Let me ask
you a question. There's a lot of old people in nursing homes right now. Why do you think they're not living longer in nursing homes?
I didn't say a nursing home.
No, because they got 24-hour nurse care around, not just people coming to check on. They got 24-hour nurse care. Why do you think they're not living longer?
Tell me, Lola, because you have the answer.
No, I'm gonna let you find out, honey. Watch, I'm gonna do you a favor and let you find that one out by yourself, brother.
Let me ask y'all a question. So what's the life expectancy for a married guy and a single one? What's the difference in amount of years? Yeah, I know.
I don't have the exact numbers on me, and I don't want to lie to you about the exact numbers. I've seen them because in college I took statistics, so I've seen them. But what I will say is, even if it's just a small margin, right? That's on purpose. Like that's on purpose. We're not purposeless. For instance, women that are kept women tend to fare better as mothers, as people in the world. You tend to be a nicer person when you have family that care about you, not family, period. Because a lot of us got family we wish wasn't family and we could do without. But when you got people that actually care about you and that do that for real, you tend to live better. Your health tends to be better. Your spirit tends to be better. That's what 100 Watts is missing over there. It ain't just about some random person asking you random questions. That's not what makes life life. But at the end of the day, if we're gonna say a word straight, okay? Our grandfathers that was married for 50 and 60 and 70 years wasn't doing that dying at 50. Okay, that's not what they was doing.
So Lola,
I'm
you're
just
pretty
saying.
much you're saying if it's a good relationship, then you know that will work good for a man, like extending his life and all that.
That I would venture to say that. Even though that's not what the data specifically said, I would venture to say that personally. That's my personal view. That it's not just about being married per se, but it's about the quality of relationship and life you have within it. That's what I would venture to say.
Because real quick, 100. So what?
2 years.
So what? So 100. You're looking at it like, hey, if I got to take on this burden and all this stuff, I'll die them 2 years earlier to avoid all that shit. Is that what you kind of looking at it as?
No, because I'm saying that for one, there are so many things that goes into life expectancy. What race you are, what's in your genetics, what kind of diet do you have? Like, there's so much that goes into a person's life expectancy that to just narrow it down to being married and unmarried is fucking crazy to me. Because especially when hold on, Lola, especially when there are way too many conversations that are had about men that don't go to the doctor. So to narrow that down, the life expectancy of a person to be just based on married or not married, I find to be crazy.
Where do you think hypertension comes from? Before we go to the doctor, where do you think hypertension starts at? 100 watts.
The heart.
Right. So what affects the heart? Can we take a few guesses right now?
Stress.
What else affects the heart?
A lot of things. Smoking, drinking.
Correct. So habits, diet, your lifestyle, your genetics, it's a lot of things that go into that, most of which is contributed by your environment. Right, how you live, your lifestyle, right? That's important. What truly contributes to it in a major way. So when your lifestyle, all those contributors are not favorable, meaning you are a single guy eating Chinese food most of the time, nothing else. You're not coming correctly at all. If you do come, so your erectile dysfunction is happening even faster. Then you on these pills and shit because you just trying to get it up. You don't care about your genetics and everything that goes into you because you just single, you just want a little nookie, whatever, and then you don't exercise because who you exercising for, so you get fatter and you don't care because it's like, who you being looking good for, and then you don't have to work as hard because truth be told, who you work for, so then you stop working and moving and then you start getting all sorts of diseases. Now you need to go to the doctor. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So let's not act like going to the doctor is all that there is.
So thank you for that, Lola. Because what you just did was take the worst example of a single man and make him die early. Because there are plenty of single men. No, Lola, because there are plenty of single men that use, especially now with the world that we live in now, these niggas can go to a website and have food delivered to their house every 7 days, so they don't have to cook and they can eat healthy. There are plenty of niggas that had a Planet Fitness gym membership that go to the gym on a regular basis for the, especially now, no, Lola, hold on, you got to listen to me for a second because you're listening to respond and not listening to hear what I'm saying. There are plenty of men that have meal prep that's sent to their house to keep them healthy. There are plenty of men that have Planet Fitness gym memberships that go to the gym on a regular basis, and not for the intentions of trying to get the attention of some female, for the intentions of him trying to better himself. The same way that a woman will sit here on the panel and tell me that she puts makeup on and goes to get a BBL for the betterment of herself and for her to feel better. There are plenty of men that do things to stay healthy for themselves. There are plenty of men, especially now, these young niggas that's making Bitcoin money at 21 that want to live until they're 85, 90 years old. There are plenty of single men that are healthy. What we always do on these panels is take the worst of people and make those the examples for everybody, because that is not the case, Lola. There are plenty of healthy people that are single and are okay with that. I am telling you, as someone who, if I decide that I'm not going to be in the relationship that I'm in right now, I would be okay being single because I'm fulfilled. I have 4 children already. I'm in my children's lives and I can take care of them. I don't need a woman for anything other than companionship beyond that. And that's if I feel like being around the motherfucker. So you're
that's
doing
a
this thing
Yeah.
where you're doing this thing where men that don't have women are going to die and die early.
That's
That
not
shit is
true.
wild
That's
to
not
me.
what I said. That's not what I said. Now let me ask you something. You
This nigga's
said
So I
cooking.
a lot
misheard
of men.
everything she said.
Wait
I
a minute,
misheard
hold on.
everything she said. Then.
No, I heard you, honey Watts, and we about to go back through what you said. You said a lot of men, and you saying I'm
I said
trying to act like I'm
plenty.
speaking.
I said there are
Plenty of men.
plenty.
Okay, cool. Wait, hold on. Plenty of men.
Watson woke up
Most men.
today and he was like, I'm giving everybody that work.
Hold on, let me
My
finish.
bad, Lola.
Hold on, let me finish. Most men making 50 grand or less in this economy, but and that's 80% of the population is making 50 grand in this economy. They are not. Most men cannot afford to do that. That's most. Now let's deal with the 20% left. Okay, 20% is not making six figures, and I'm only talking about at $100,000. That is not what even the last 20% is making. You talking about in the percentile? For instance, my father, he retired back in the early 90s. Okay, making equivalent of $110,000 equivalent today back then. And so as an old man right now, he doing that, what you said. He ordered meals to the house. You know why? Because my late two stepmothers done passed away and they was cooking good for him. Now he relying on the white people to come because I can't come and cook like that because I'm taking care of the house. Yeah, those are the type of men you talking about. But nobody want to live like that. Nobody want to wake up waiting on a truck and then having to put the food in the microwave and then say, it's healthy now. That's not what most people want to die eating, first of all. And second of all, when you talk about being fulfilled because you had 4 children, according to most men in the States, half of all black men specifically are single and, let's say it, childless. 50 grand or less. Let me tell you something. Without my little bit of overtime, okay, I'm literally clocking maybe $5 short of 100 grand, and I'm on a fucking budget right now, okay? As in, I can't eat out every fucking day, and this is where I'm at taking care of one child. So let's not play like plenty of men are doing this, and plenty of men are happy. No, ain't no plenty of men are happy, y'all. Come on now, stop that, y'all.
So Lola, you saying we average at best out here?
Average at best. Okay.
And make sure you like and subscribe to Average at Best. That is Lola's on the channel. All right, show us some love.
I gotta actually do some more content on that. But no, I truly do mean that. We average and that's our best. At best, we average as shit. So let's not act like, we all are just fulfilled. Like, listen, if I don't have sex with once a certain amount of time, okay, I'm gonna keep my business private. I'm not happy. Fuck this money. I'm not happy. So don't tell me, I'm happy because I got my 4 children. Listen, let's not talk about kids, okay, and teenagers and young people and parents and them through their bullshit and telling us, I got 4 kids, I'm fulfilled. I'm not fulfilled when my kids come home with the bullshit they come home with. Okay, my oldest son telling my youngest son not to go to college because it ain't no truth in it. The fuck? And I'm saving money for his college fund? Listen, don't talk about you got kids and thus you fulfilled. Okay, don't do it.
All right, let's let 100. He done he pushed the chair back. He's got the styrofoam cup. He's about to cook. 100. What's your rebuttal to that?
Look, again, I don't understand why social media enjoys carrying the worst idea of men. There are plenty of men that are alone and not lonely. The reason I say that is because there are plenty of men that have a house of their own. They only make 55 a year. So yes, Lola, it's plenty of niggas that's out here broke and barely make enough money to take care of themselves. But you know what? Mm-hmm. They make enough money to keep themselves happy. They make enough money for them to be a Lola. No, don't stop, Lola. Please, Lola, please. Please, Lola.
See, I bet you don't make 50 grand. I bet you up here for fronting, grandstanding and shit for these niggas. Wow. And you want to act like making 50 grand, making people happy. I bet you guys don't know grandstanding right now.
Well, hold on, because real quick.
No, because you're gonna make that assumption. How much do you think I make, Lola?
I don't know. I gotta keep hearing you talk. Go ahead, continue.
Man. Here we go.
No, and I'm curious. Like, are you saying like 6-figure not making that, or like I'm in the lower end? I'm a broke.
See, I can tell in your tone, right, that you speaking for a population that you don't really fit into. But I'm gonna catch you up, honey. Watch. Keep running your mouth.
I'm trying to figure out what. No, I need to know what population you talking about. What population?
I gotta figure it out. I'm not MacGyver.
M3, where that air horn at? M3, where's that air horn, man?
Hey, I don't know which horse I play.
But let me ask a clarifying question. So 100. So you're saying like a lot of these men, like due to the lack of stress, with not having to like take on like the responsibility or any of that, they got happiness out of that.
They pay their own bills. They are, because I work with them, I hire and fire these niggas. They have enough money to be able to pay their bills. They can go out sometimes. They have the ability to get the attention of a female once a month, once every 2 months, something like that. And then they can go back to their house and mind their fucking business. They don't have to worry about sending cash apps or paying for nails and none of that shit. There's plenty of this.
I bet you they keep paying for nails with that once a month shit.
Whatever they do, whatever it is that they do decide to pay for, or whatever the case may be, that's up to them. But what I'm telling you is that there are plenty of men that don't see the need to be in a relationship and are 100% focused on and okay with taking care of themselves, especially the ones that don't got no kids. I know plenty of niggas that don't got no kids. They don't want no kids. They don't want no girlfriends. They don't want no wife. They don't want no live-in. They don't want none of that. They just want something they can slide up on, do what they gonna do, and get up out of there. Every once in a while, they gonna go out for a dinner or something like that, but that's all they looking for right now.
But Lola, real quick, I have to agree with 100 because I think the way you come now, let me break it down to you real quick, because I think like you're from that old school where you're gonna come to a relationship and you're gonna add value. I think what a lot of people are saying nowadays, how they're looking at it, like you got to entertain me. A lot of men are burnt out by that, like lopsidedness in a relationship. So I can see what 100 saying, like, if I got to take that on, like you said, I might want a relationship, but if I got to be in an imbalance, man, I'll be at the crib by my damn self. I'll chop them years off happily. You can have them 2 years. Fuck that.
I do agree. But Jerk, I agree, Jerk.
Hold on 1 second. The problem is, Jerk, is that a lot of these dudes are chasing these young chicks, bro. And the young chicks.
Okay. Yeah. If they're doing that, then they.
Let's keep it 100. You know what I mean? 200 watts. But let's keep it 100. Like, they chasing the young chicks. And if you chase the young chicks, you already know what come with the game.
Okay.
Top.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And also Lola, like, again, just men having an understanding of where they fall in at. I understand where I fall in at. And I'm not about to break my back to try and to convince a female that I'm in a tier that I'm not in. I have 2 baby mamas. I got kids. I only make a certain amount a year. I don't own a 10-acre estate. I don't have none of that shit. I understand where I fall in terms of the hierarchy of niggas getting picked. I am nowhere close to that top 1%. So I'm not even about to put myself in a position where I'm dying for and seeking and waiting. Nah, because all that is doing, because the ones that are doing all of that shit right there, those are the incels that everybody be talking about. They all hyped up trying to get a female in their environment, and every time they don't get a girl number, they be ready. Those are the ones that you talking about. It's no.
Okay. Otherwise, calm down. Let me agree with you, shit. Okay, calm down. Now I do agree with your ass. Okay.
I promise I'm calm.
I agree with you, but for what Jerk said, I think what Jerk is articulating is men can be readily content with saying, if it gotta be hell, I'ma live over here. They content with that, but don't say I am happy with living like this, because I don't do that. Even when I was like at my worst when it come to men, I never said, listen, I'm happy just being alone. No, I was never happy. And that's the problem I had with some of the girls in the sisterhood that say, oh, I'm happy not having a guy to help me around the house. I'm happy having to split these bills by my motherfucking self. I'm happy to deal with these big ass boys at the age of 12. They don't listen to me and shit because I'm their mother and I got a soft voice. I'm happy to deal with this shit. No. Say that you're content doing what you have to fucking do for you. Don't say you happy. Let's not mix these words. Because the minute you say that is the minute you give your power away and tell everybody else, and women in the society say, oh, you happy doing that? Now they gotta take and change their scheme on some bullshit. No, say what it is. I will not contend with shit that I don't want to contend with. But at the same time, what I want is my happiness. And if I don't get that, I'm not settling. That's what you should say, because the minute you say I'm happy with the bullshit, the definitions of happiness is now watered the fuck down, and we in deep water trouble for real. Don't say you happy with being alone, because I'm gonna be honest with you. If you know, and I'm not religious, but if you know anything about the Bible is premised on man is not supposed biologically or physically or spiritually to be alone. Man, not woman, man. So let's be clear. You're not happy. You're content. Yeah, you would be content if there was no women on the planet and it was all men. You would be content in your little house and your little car and shit. You would be, but you wouldn't be happy living around a bunch of niggas and never seeing or smelling a bitch again. Come on now.
So I can't use a word in the definition of what you just used to describe how I feel. Okay, cool. Anyway, I think happiness is a bullshit emotion. Number one, happiness is a bullshit fucking emotion because it's so fleeting and it's wrapped up in a bunch of bullshit that get people wrapped up in bullshit. Anything, most of the time, the shit that get people caught up had something to do with happiness. The shit that gets you in trouble 9 times out of 10 has something to do with happiness. So I think happiness is a bullshit emotion.
It's about happening. True, I agree with you. Happiness is about happenings. Yeah, true. It's temporary. It is. So don't say you're happy about the circumstance. Just say that you're content with what the choice you've made. Don't say you're happy with it. That don't even make it grammatical.
Describe it. There are
real quick, everybody. I'm about to go ahead and
would
close
rather choose and be comfortable with choosing taking those 2 years off of their life to just do what they want to do. Just something
from a man.
Just something as simple as being able to get out.
This coming from a man that got in-house pussy right now and shit. Listen, don't listen to him.
You can't take shots at that, Lola. Those are assumptions.
I got to save myself.
What'd you just say?
I got to save myself. I can't let you beat me. You shouldn't even be talking right now. Your chick in the next room fixing greens right now.
Actually, her black ass at work right now.
And she left you a pot of green. You ain't in this conversation.
She didn't leave me nothing. I cooked dinner today, motherfucker. I cooked dinner.
For what? So see what? Look at you happy that you cooked some shit. Because you ain't never cooked no shit. Then it is you happy you cook. You should be happy that you got a chance to cook. Oh, look at you in your nice life. Okay. I cooked today because I never had to cook all week, so I took a chance to cook today.
I'm glad I started with a bulletproof vest on because this motherfucker is shooting a whole clip at me today. God damn, dog.
Listen, I'll let Chocolate Earth deal with you there. I'll be quiet.
Yeah, y'all had a great dialogue though.
Yeah,
I appreciated it.
But yeah, definitely. Shout
but the philosopher Ruthless Truth once said, "I don't pay them to stay. I pay them to leave."
That's
you feel about that, Lola?
He's lying. They never came in. He's lying. They never came in for him to pay. I got proof. Okay,
shout out to Ruthless.
I got proof. He lying. They ain't never coming in. They ain't never took no money from him. They don't want that shit.
Hey, Jerk. I don't think Lola been watching some of his live streams, and even on his IG as well too. Ruthless got some proof though.
But that's impressive.
I'm like, hold on. You think me and the other dragon don't be in the streets just because we ain't online like that? I see what's happening, and what he got proof of is some shit that might get his ass knocked for real. And I suggest, Ruthless, if you listening, some of the stuff I seen on your page, if somebody decided to drop a dime, wink, wink, that's your ass. So clean your fucking shit up, okay? But let's get back to the conversation. What he got proof of is this is how you catch young females that don't got shit going on that's hungry. Nobody on this panel is fucking with them. Okay?
No, I don't date girls or women, so yeah. Lola.
That Nobody on this panel fucking with what the fuck Rufus is doing.
I like the men's and the men's is like B. Okay, y'all got it.
So I just going back to what 100 was saying though. Do you think there's a happiness and simplicity?
Yes.
Would you?
Yes,
Okay.
yes. I do believe that. Now, here's the only time I push back with Miss O'Shawn. Low is just.
Go ahead, Chocolate. Turn up, Chocolate.
No, I can't tonight. I have company later, so I can't turn up.
Oh shit.
But anyway,
I saw that ambiance in the background. That's what that ambiance is for?
Well, actually, no. I got two things going on. I'm doing a late night live about the romance books I've been doing. So I wanted to share that. So I'm launching these websites. So I've been doing writing, getting back into the mode of, let's say, Janet Jackson, Red Velvet type. That's basically where we are at this moment. So.
Okay.
So I'm not turning up that way. Okay.
So what was the part that you had pushback for Lola? I want to hear that mostly.
Oh no. I'm talking about being. Yes, I have been single now, going on some years plus. I felt like I was never where I felt desperate, like I had to have somebody with me. And I thought I was weird for that, right? But the thing about it is, yes, I can't lie to you. When I stopped, what I realized was those weren't the people I needed to be with, and I needed to take care of myself. That there were things I needed to do for me, because regardless of the stereotypes that's out here, we've been told as single women, why don't you have no babies? I can tell you so many times I get tired of that question. I have grown men in my DMs talking about, I'll give you a baby. Nigga, why?
Damn.
So you don't see him or her? Like, we doing this long distance now. I also will say I love men in that regard. And I'm only gonna go for so much bullshit though. Like I'm not going to put up with some fucking shenanigans, because I've done that already. I've allowed men to be in my space without expecting something in return. And what I learned, sadly, over these years is that due to how we've been raised universal, with religion being the bottom, it has really, really got us twisted when it comes to intimacy, when it comes to romance, when it comes to sex. Really, we aren't even intimate with ourselves enough. So that's why I don't get, why do you want a hollow relationship? Why do you want to be with somebody just to have somebody there? There's a lot of animals that live in solitude. You know what I mean? It is though. Shit, I'm a nerd. I read. But I'm
well, Chocolate. The question is, were you happy with those people that didn't mean
hell
you
no?
were you really
Hell no, I
okay.
wasn't happy.
Okay.
I wasn't happy. I can
Okay.
say it, but to your point, but I can't say it now. I can say it now. I have male friends. Don't get me wrong. I like the men's. However, no, I don't. I felt more lonely being in a relationship than I've ever felt in my life. That is the worst. So
that's correct. And you know how that's connected though. Even with you saying that is because it's one thing to be happy, right? And in your situation, you weren't happy with them. Right now, you're happy. Period. It ain't you're happy with a relationship. You're not happy with being single.
I was never.
You're happy. Period. Slow that down. But Chocolate, slow it down. You're happy. Period. It ain't you're happy with being in a relationship or being single. You're happy. Period. That's the difference between what I'm saying. Why not say a relationship?
Yeah. Oh, I completely understand. I just for debate purposes.
Yeah.
However, yeah, like I get.
All
Like
right,
I said, you know, it is what it is. Go ahead, you got it in 3. I ain't saying nothing.
No. I'm sorry if I interrupted. I didn't know.
No, you good. Babe, go ahead.
Oh no, because I gotta get ready to close out for real,
All right,
family.
now.
Chocolate Earth,
Yes.
Lola. It was a pleasure having you guys. Ladies. It was a pleasure having ladies up on the show. Thank you for giving us like your input and your words of wisdom. Mr. Best, Sophisticated Jerk. A pleasure working with you guys as always. Shout out to Wonder Watch with the Ray-Ban glasses on, because man, that man was on fire in the most intellectual way. And shout out to like Ruthless Truth for being the man that he is.
Oh, brother.
Oh Lord. Yeah.
But we're about to get ready to close out, everybody. Thank you guys for tuning in to Knowledge Relationships live streams. We will be back next Tuesday on our Toxic Tuesdays, where the real toxicity begins. So stay tuned to that. And we'll keep you updated.
Ain't today Tuesday? I'm losing count.
I forgot you were asleep. You wasn't around at the time, but when we announced this. But so every other Tuesday we have our classic knowledge and relationship segments. And every other Tuesdays season, we have our Toxic Tuesdays.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And shout out to T Blaze. Shout out to everybody in the chat for tuning in. And also,
T Blaze, we definitely still rocking. You already know. Like Snoop and Dre. Yeah.
Shout out to the ones who tune in on IG. Hustler Music, salutes to you. Salutes to my dad for tuning in. Salutes to Fishing to Fit. Salutes to Ruby Dawn. Salutes to Tiff 96119. Thank everybody for tuning in and watch us on our platforms. And definitely make sure you guys subscribe on Knowledge Relationships on YouTube. And also subscribe to Man's Sophistication and the Intellectual Soapbox and all Lola's channels, which is the Game of Dragon. Sorry. Game of Dragon.
Lola got like 75 channels.
And salute
to Game of Dragons.
She not alone. You can have up to 50.
Game of Dragons, Average at Best. Vic and Lola. Vic, what up, baby? You know what I mean? Also Chocolate Earth. And she also got the Chronically Ill channel as well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, what's going on, everybody? What's good?
And salute to B-Eazy. Oh, yeah. B-Eazy, you missed it. But we are wrapping it up, guys. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And we will catch you guys next time. So,
yeah.
All right. Later.
All right. Peace.
Knowledge and relationships.